fail. Epic fail already. What's going on, everybody? You know how this thing goes. You already know how this thing goes. First, I have the deep robotic voice. Next thing you know, Streamlabs doesn't want to, recognize my my mic. So regardless, I know how to fix it now. I know the tricks. I know all the tricks. So either way, who we got here in the chat? We got the fake mate, your player too. What's going on, bro? Super Andrew, Courtney, Conga Line Monkey. I see you, bro. Appreciate you for stopping by. Conga Monkey is a mod in the Yellow Kazoo's stream, so appreciate your stitches in here as well. How's everybody doing today? Yes, sir. Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt. Official. Let me move this out the way. Official. Nicktendo Direct merch right here, boys. The merch. Y'all need to go get some of this merch. That is for sure. So click on that link in the description. Go get yourself a t-shirt. Support your boy. So how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's day been? I'm actually excited to do one of these again. Yesterday, the news was coming in, but it wasn't anything that I was getting too excited about. And the news came in after I started streaming. I was like, oh, well, I can't just do Nicktendo Direct News later. I might as well just save it for tomorrow. So that's what we're going to do today. Chips and Sticks, I see you, man. I see you. What's going on? Super Andrew says, pretty good. Just had some Thanksgiving feast over the weekend, and I'm still stuffed. Yes, Canada had their Thanksgiving, so shout out to Canada. I cannot wait till November for my Thanksgiving, because I can tell you guys right now, in my parents' house, in my family, and not even just my parents' house. I mean, it's my parents' house, but it's not just my parents. It's my parents, my aunt, my grandpa, grandma, uncle, cousins, and more cousins. And we don't have turkey, fake mate. We have smoked ham. We do have some turkey, but what is fire? What is fire is that mac and cheese and them sweet potatoes in the house. I'm just gonna let y'all know, black people, when we do Thanksgiving, we go hard. We go hard in the paint when it comes to Thanksgiving. Just letting y'all know, cannot wait for November, but it's October. We're not even on Halloween yet, so I gotta wait. But regardless, glad to see everybody's doing well. I'm doing great. I'm hyped. I don't even know why I'm hyped. I only got like 5 hours of sleep, but I guess it's just because we're back. It's just because we're back doing this. So I'm hyped. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the quick hitters. The quick hitters. Let's go ahead and get into them, guys. Let me turn this music down first. That way y'all ain't getting overpowered. So, quick hitters today. If you want some, there's some games that were announced for Nintendo Switch. Gear Club Unlimited 2. That is a racing game. So if you are into racing games, Gear Club Unlimited 2 is coming to the Nintendo Switch December 4th. So there you go. A racer if you're into that sort of stuff. Me, myself, I prefer Forza Horizon. That's right, Ed. I'm looking you in the eye right now. I'm looking into the camera, but I'm looking into your soul. Forza. That's where it's at. So there you guys go. Next bit of quick hitter news. If I could get this tab to disappear. Come on, let's go. A little bit of Borderlands news from Gearbox. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about this. Borderlands 2 coming to PS VR. I believe this winter, later this year is what they said. It didn't give us an official date, but it will be later this year. December 14th. There it is. I just seen it. December 14th, Borderlands 2 VR. Now, this is interesting. I kind of want to play this. I really do. I'm not a fan of VR, but I do want to play this. I really do. Like this. I think Borderlands in VR would be dope. I can't lie to you guys. I cannot lie to you guys that Borderlands in VR would be dope. And also in a bit from Gearbox, rumor is having that Borderlands is coming out next year. So be on the lookout for that. Borderlands 3, I feel like is going to be one of the most anticipated games of 2019 if this is true. People have been waiting for Borderlands 3 ever since Gearbox had the epic failure of one of my favorite games. This game, not Borderlands, Battleborn was one of my favorite games that came out this generation. And it was an epic failure. It was an epic failure on Gearbox's part, mainly because of a few things. Like, a few things happened here with Borderlands. I keep wanting to say Borderlands. With Battleborn, one, they kept pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. Two, they never really explained what it was. It was ambitious. It was supposed to be like their own MOBA type deal, first person MOBA mixed in with all this stuff, and it was ambitious, and I loved the game. I honestly did. You guys know how I feel about MOBAs, and so Borderlands was on top. Borderlands did die fake, mate. It really did. So but what the problem was, there wasn't much of a story there. People didn't understand what it was, especially from Gearbox. And on top of that, it came out a few weeks before Overwatch, so they pretty much DOA'd themselves with this game. But I absolutely loved Battleborn. I really did. I thought Battleborn had more substance than Overwatch, but that was just me personally. I loved everything about Battleborn. I really did. I enjoyed playing it. I put a lot of hours into Battleborn, but it's just too bad that it died. It's too bad that it was just no go for them. So let's see what everybody's saying here. PSVR, not Switch. Okay, hey, there you go. I kind of want to play Mario Kart 8 Oh yes, that would be sick. I've seen Battleborn for $5 recently. Yes. G5, what's going on, my dude? They tried to make us port beg for Borderlands 2 if we gave them like 1 million retweets or something like that. Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. And another little bit of hint news here. Dead or Alive 6 dev on talking about crossplay. He says if he could have crossplay between PS4 and Xbox, it is one of his dreams. He would love to make it happen, but so who knows? We might be able to see it. We know that now Sony is on board, so that is also a possibility. More quick hitter news here. If you guys like the game Hellblade was one of the most, I'm not gonna say underrated, but it was like a big surprise game last year from Ninja Theory. Like, it was a good game, came out on PlayStation, and then later it came out on Xbox. It was a Game of the Year candidate in 2017, surprisingly. It is now getting a physical release this year, so you'll be able to get it in retail stores. You don't have to just buy it digitally. So if you're a game collector and you like all that and you like physical, there you go. You can go ahead and cop it. It's getting a physical release later this year. And here we go. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will require a 50 gigabyte day one patch. So if you're going to get Black Ops 4, be aware you're going to have to clear some hardware space for this, because a 50 gigabyte day one patch is really big, but that's not anything compared to, what we've heard recently. These games are just coming out with bigger and bigger patches day one, so just make space on your hard drive there for that. And last bit of quick hitter news, Xbox One X seems like online they sort of just sprung it out there that there will be a bundle for Forza Horizon 4. So there'll be an Xbox One Forza Horizon 4 bundle. So if you're into that, go ahead and get there. It's going to be a 1 terabyte hard drive. Of course, it's going to come with Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport 7, whichever one you want. There's your choice. Both listed at let's see here, $449.99. So there you go. There's your first Xbox One X bundle there. So if you like that, go ahead. Let's see here. Fake Mate says insane. So there you go. There's your quick hitter news. And I thought they were pretty decent. They were pretty decent. The Borderlands stuff is big. Like I said, the VR that makes me want to try it, because I'm a big sucker for anything cell shading. Really, anything for that sort of artwork, I love. So whether it was Borderlands or that game that was going to come out before Fortnite came out on the Switch, Crazy Justice, I was excited for that because of the way that looked. Anything like that, I really do enjoy. That's why Daemon X Machina is like a game that I'm looking forward to, because of that style, because of that art style. So either way, Borderlands, all that stuff. Boom, boom, boom. We have some news to discuss. I know, Ed, you looking forward to this because I know you love Xbox so much. You love Xbox so much, my dude. So we're going to go ahead and let's just go ahead and get into the big show. Big show, big show, big show, big show, big show, big show. The big show. All right. So how's everybody doing? So You see in the title there, Xbox making huge moves, right? Xbox is making some pretty significant moves, at least in my mind. They're making some pretty decent moves. And also it says Sony talking next gen. Let's go ahead and talk about Sony here. So in a recent interview, Sony's boss Yoshida was talking about the platform, and he was saying that PlayStation 5, and here was his specific quote: "At this point, what I can say is it's necessary to have a next generation hardware." That's all he said. He never said anything about PS5. He never said anything about that. He just said next generation hardware. And here's what I want to talk about this. This is what I want to talk about this. What does he mean by next generation hardware? Does he mean more powerful hardware, or are they gonna go the way, and Bad Latency said it, the way Xbox is going, where they're wanting to have the big ecostructure and they want you to have streaming? It all depends on what everybody's definition of the next generation hardware is. I think it's gonna be interesting moving forward here, because we're starting to see sort of it's not really a paradigm shift, but we're starting to see people trying new ideas, and we're seeing, hey, everything's gonna be cloud gaming. Hardware is not going to matter anymore. And then you still hear people saying, well, the most powerful console in the world, Xbox is going to try to double dip. They're going to say, hey, not only do we have our cloud, but we also have our most powerful console in the world, and they're going to double dip. What will Sony do? I mean, Sony's going to have to come out with their console, yes, but what will they do as far as next generation hardware is? It's interesting. We haven't heard much from their side of the camp, really. They're still, bathing in the success of the PlayStation 4. They're still there. So we haven't heard any inklings or rumors or creaks or whispers or anything from Sony as far as when it comes to the next gen, their plans for next gen. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. Maybe they're just waiting to see what Xbox and see what Nintendo continues to do, and maybe they'll just, try to snipe on that, much like they did this generation. They kind of just, let's be honest. Sony, let's just be honest. Let's just call it what it is. Sony, this generation, all they had to do was wait. Sit back and wait. All they had to do was sit back and relax and let Xbox and Nintendo shoot them in the foot. That's all Sony had to do this generation. You can't convince me otherwise. Xbox came out with all their ideas, DRM, game sharing, all this stuff. People didn't want it. People bashed them for it. And remember when Sony came out with their campaign? Oh, this is how you share your game. Grab the game case and then hand it to their buddy, like making fun of Xbox and all this stuff. And nothing they did was innovative. Nothing they did was innovative. Let's just be honest about that. All they did was let Nintendo with the Wii and the Wii U shoot themselves in the foot. All they did was let Xbox with their ideas in Xbox One shoot them in the foot, shoot themselves in the foot, and that was it. Let's just be honest about it. So now I'm looking forward to see what Sony can do this time around. What can they do this time around? They failed in the phone market. There you go. But I'm interested to see what Sony can do this time around. What are they going to do? What ideas do they have? What fresh ideas do they have? Are they just going to sit back and continue to lean on first party and hardware sales at this point? I don't see the Windows Phone anymore. The Windows Phone was ridiculous. I'm going to be honest with you, Ed. I hated the Windows Phone. But once again, old leadership. You know what I mean? The Windows Phone was bad. I absolutely hate it. And the problem with the Windows Phone was, it wasn't even the fact that it was just a Windows Phone. It was the fact that they tried to make everything within Windows, and nobody wanted to make an app for Windows, and they didn't have enough people to make their own apps. I remember my buddy, when we played fantasy football, my buddy had a Windows phone and I had an iPhone, right? And everybody else had an Android, and we were playing ESPN fantasy football. I had an app. I just literally just clicked open, hit the app, opened up, there's my team. He had to log into his web browser on his phone and go through all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, why don't you have an app? Well, they don't have an app on the Windows Phone. Well, that's their fault. They don't make Windows Phone anymore. That was a colossal failure, 100%. But back to PlayStation. I'm interested to see what PlayStation does. What are they going to do? Are they going to just sit back and relax and see what everybody's going to do? Or are they going to have their own ideas this time? That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say, PlayStation. Ball's in your court at this point, because Nintendo's doing what they're doing. Xbox already made their plans clear. Now it's time for you to make your plans clear. That being said, Xbox. Let's talk about Xbox, because you guys know I love me some Xbox. I do. I really do love Xbox. I'm sorry, Ed, but I love Xbox, dude. I enjoy Xbox. I love Xbox and Nintendo. If I had to go with my platforms in order, it goes Nintendo, Xbox, PC. Actually, Nintendo, Xbox. They're really close. PC, Sony. Sony down here. Super Andrew 64 says Xbox is gonna take next gen, calling it now. It's very possible. It's very possible. But this is why I say this. You can tell right now that Xbox is just giving up on the current gen, right? Gabe Guerrero, what's going on, my dude? You can tell that Xbox is giving up on the current gen. Not exactly giving up, but they're like, okay, look, we lost. We're taking this L, much like most NFL or most playoff teams in freaking sports. They get to a point in the middle of the season. Yo, your player two, what's going on? I just saw what you said, bro. Oh my gosh, your player two bought the Nicktendo Direct merch. Thank you so much, dude. And his quote in here is great. His quote says this, and I wish Avedon was in here to read this. Avedon Smith loves the PS Vita. Let it be known here first. Hashtag it now, guys. Share it. Tell Avedon. Avedon Smith loves the PS Vita. You heard it here first on the Nicktendo Direct Now. So anyway, we were talking about Xbox. Like I said, I love Xbox, and you can say give up Xbox at all you want. You can talk trash all you want, but you need to admit at this point you need this competition, because if Sony keeps doing what they're doing without competition, they're going to just not give you guys anything great. You want them to improve. You want all three of these consoles to do well. But regardless, so we're going to talk about Xbox, what Xbox moves they're making. I find this one very significant. Microsoft is buying Obsidian Entertainment. Obsidian Entertainment made a lot of these Western RPGs. We're talking like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Neverwinter Nights. They did Fallout New Vegas. That was a big one, a little spinoff that they did that was very successful. South Park Stick of the Truth, Pillars of Eternity, Pillars of Eternity 2. So right there off the bat, Microsoft is pretty much trying to do their best to get their first party support, which is what everybody asked them for, right? Everybody burned them saying, get your first party support. You don't have any games. So right now, they're racking up the studios. Right now, they're doing what they have to do for the next gen. Sorry they don't have it now. Sorry they don't have it now. They literally shot themselves in the foot. 2013, had to let go of a lot of staff. They had an epic failure because of their own leadership. Now they're building ahead. They're moving ahead. So yes, everybody wants their games now. Where's my Crackdown? Where's my Forza? All that stuff. That's fine. Whatever. We're talking 2020, 2021. In the future, Xbox is starting to slowly put their puzzle pieces together for next gen. Right here, Obsidian Games is one. Speaking of which, Phil Spencer, and I feel like this one's very significant. Very significant. Phil Spencer is back in Japan. He's going to be in Japan all week, maybe even a little bit longer, to meet with developers and publishers. Phil Spencer has made it very clear for Xbox he wants significant Japanese support. He's reaching out and making relationships with these developers and people in Japan. He's making it very clear. In order for Xbox to be successful, they need to have Japanese support. However they can get it. They are missing that. They know they're missing that. That's where Sony bodies Xbox, is with these JRPGs. Exactly. Life is all about relationships, real mate. Gabe Guerrero says the 2K world wants to know if you'll be returning. December. We've already talked about this. December, when the game is on cheap. December is when I will be returning to the 2K world. We've already discussed this. Turbo Jesse, what's going on? So, yes, I feel like this is significant. I feel like this is very significant. Seriously. Phil Spencer going to Japan to get some relationships, see how they keep making progress there. They are really working on the Japanese market. They feel like they need to. So there you go. So Xbox is there. Xbox is grinding. Xbox is working hard. They're trying to get Japanese support. Not only on top of that, they already gave us some plans, and this is the big one. They already gave us some plans for what we heard rumblings was it was going to be called the Xbox Cloud Scarlet, Xbox Scarlet Cloud. Well, here we go. We already have it right here. Project X Cloud that makes gaming possible anywhere for Xbox. So you can play it on your tablet, you can play it on your phone. Apparently there's going to be a a way for you to use the controllers. You can see the picture in the you can see in the picture of my thumbnail. You see the person holding the phone with the screen, so it looks like they're gonna have something like that. They're also figuring out ways to make controls on the tablet for such games. I just feel like I don't know how they're gonna do that. Ryoko, what's going on? She says, are JRPGs really that popular? I thought they died outside a long time ago of handhelds. I don't know, Ryoko. It seems like they're coming back, and I mean, and not just JRPGs, but just Japanese games. What's that one? Sekiro. That's coming to both Xbox and PlayStation, but Xbox got to show it at E3. Jump Force, Xbox got to show that at E3, even though it's multi-plat. They showed it at E3 first. There was a lot of games that Xbox showed at E3 first. Devil May Cry 5, they showed it first. So Xbox is trying to get support from Japanese devs and markets. You can see they're trying to do it. So it's not just JRPGs, it's just Japanese support, period. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they can do about it. I mean, I think they really need it. Xbox realizes they really need it. They can't just survive off of Western RPGs and Halo and Gears and Halo and Gears and Halo and Gears and Halo and Gears. You know what I mean? They can't just survive off that. And Forza, let's bring a little Forza here. Yes, they're going to be working on their Fables. Yes, Playground Games is going to be doing theirs. They have Obsidian Games. Yes, they got that stuff, but they realize they need Japanese support. They realize it now. That's why they're out here doing this stuff. People beg Monster Hunter. Xbox app on Switch. XCloud will probably do well in Japan. It might do well in Japan, Greek dude. They might. I mean, Japan loves handheld gaming. That could be a hit. That could be a hit. But regardless, this XCloud, I mean, I think it's great. Now, is it for me? No, it's not for me. It's not for me. It really isn't for me. I mean, I don't see how playing Halo on your cell phone or your tablet will work. You know what I mean? I don't see how it could. Much like the Switch, you would have to downscale some of this stuff a lot, wouldn't you? You know, like that's one of the biggest bangs on the Switches, right? You got to downscale the games. So wouldn't you think with the XCloud they would do the same thing? I don't know, just a thought. Raiko says, yeah, PSF Xbox beat with Japanese games. I remember seeing the demo pre-launch of the PS3 of the Heavenly Sword, and that kind of game got me to buy a PS3 day one. Exactly. Xbox realizes this. So they bought Obsidian Entertainment, okay? They're trying to get Japanese support. They're getting studios after studios. They're lining themselves up for a successful next gen. And as Super Andrew 64 said, he thinks they can take the next gen. I think they can too. They have a shot. We have not heard anything from PlayStation. We talked about how he said they needed next generation hardware, whatever that means. Whether they don't have their plans, we don't know what they're doing, other than they keep showing us, you know, some of their first party games. What about that? What's that game? DayZ. Is that even coming out? Like, so, like, I mean, we keep getting Death Stranding, and nobody knows what that's about. So, yeah, Sony needs to show us what they're doing. Xbox is making it clear. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is what we have planned. We're going to work this out. So it's going to be interesting this next gen. It really is, with Nintendo saying, hey, we're not really going to focus on quote unquote consoles anymore. This Switch thing that we have is great. We're going to focus on that. We're going to improve on it. We're going to give you a new Switch, a new rendition. We're going to keep making that more powerful. They're going to do that. So Nintendo's going to kill that market with the hybrid handheld type deal. Xbox is trying to be the most popular. No, most popular. They are trying to do that, but they're trying to be the most powerful console in the world. So there you go there. Like, what's Sony's plan? What is it? You know what I mean? We just don't know. We don't know. In the UK and some parts of Europe, people are still low to Xbox, so they could have a head start. But to catch PS5, they need to gain ground in Japan. Exactly. They need to. They need to. So, I mean, what do you guys want to see from these next gen? Let's just start there, because, like I said, like Nintendo is going to do what Nintendo does. Xbox has made it clear what they're trying to do. Sony, we don't know yet, but I can't wait. I really can't wait. I love to see how this pans out. Sony's plan is to wait for Xbox's plan and do the opposite of it. Probably. I mean, what did they do? What did they do last gen? This past gen, they did that. So I mean, Andrew, you're onto something. You're on there. You're onto something there. I wouldn't doubt if they did that, but I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until next year when we start to hear rumblings. I cannot wait till E3 next year whenever Sony's like, oh, here comes the PS5. And then Xbox comes up and says, oh, yeah, well, here's our console. You know what I mean? And then Nintendo's still in the back saying, well, here's our improved Switch. And seeing what they do. It is awesome to see these three companies do what they're doing right now. It really is. It really is. And as a gamer, you got to get excited. And yes, I know I always like joke about Sony. Like Ed says, Xbox is more open about what they're doing. Sony's leaving people in the dark. Yes, sir. And yes, I am getting hyped, but it's just like, it is I'm going to steal this from Switchcraft because this is his quote. And let me just go ahead and give credit to my homie Switchcraft, but it is a great day to be a gamer. He always says that in every single one of his videos, but let's just be honest right now. Like, it is a great time to be a gamer. It is a great time to be a gamer. Like, it just is. Console wars aside, is with all these games coming out, with next gen on the horizon, it is a great time to be a gamer. Bad Latency says that they are basing the standard of Gen 9 around cloud gaming with AAA games. Doesn't that mean the Switch is ahead straight out of the gate? Bad Latency just hit us with some fire. He just hit us with some fire here. That is crazy. You're right, bro. You're right. That's fun. So if that's the future, isn't Switch ahead? Maybe they are. Maybe they are. But Xbox has made it clear they're doing both. They're gonna do their hard. They're gonna do theirs. They're gonna do the cloud, and they're gonna do their most powerful console in the world. So, I mean, there you go. I'm a closet Xbox fanboy as much as I try to remain impartial among all the consoles. The Xbox One X is an amazing console. It really is. It really is. And the power is great. Having that 4K is pretty cool. Great time to spend all your money. Fake Mate says, I mean, yeah. Yeah, but it is, console wars aside, we all joke about it. You know, me and Ed go back and forth about Xbox and Sony. But console wars aside, everybody, it's a great time. A great time to be a gamer. And I cannot wait to see what's happening. I love it. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So it is now 5:57. So we got to get out of here in about 3 minutes or so. Anybody have any questions like that? And this is what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if you guys even care. But at the end of each stream, what I want to do is, whether it's on Twitter or in the Discord, I want to put a sort of area in the Discord or even on Twitter where you guys can just ask me stupid questions or any question you want. That's of course family friendly ish, you know what I mean? So like, if you want to say, Nick, do you like pineapple pizza? You put that in there and I'll answer the question. Nick, do you like chicken and dumplings? Or Nick, what's your favorite Sailor Moon character? Just things like that. Like, I want to do that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, but that's something that I want to do for like the end of each show, just to have some fun, and then also working on other segments as well. I don't just want to have the quick hitters in the big show. I want to have the Anime Wednesdays and something else, and maybe even have interviews. I want to have interviews and have guests on here too as well, and bigger YouTubers or even just regular other devs. I want to do that. So I want to expand this whole thing. I love what I'm doing now, but we got to evolve this thing. We got to expand this thing. So I'm looking forward to it. Edward Norton says, I have a question. Do you put beard shampoo on your beard? I do not. I do not put beard shampoo on my beard. I put regular shampoo on my beard. And what I really need to do is I need to get this beard oil going for this beard. Ryako says, I love pineapple pizza. My favorite. Well, you're wrong. Look, you're not wrong. But let me tell you something right now. I hate it. It's disgusting to me. My wife, she loves it. I don't understand why, but she does. But me, no. No. I just couldn't do that. I can't do pineapple pizza. Just can't. Fake Mate says, I like a lot of meat. Pause. I like a lot of meat on my pizza. Edward says, down with pineapple pizza. I agree. Rygo says, your wife has good taste. I mean, she does. And not because she married me. Let's just be sure. Rygo says, in men and pizza. I was gonna down myself, Ryko. You didn't have to go there. I was gonna down myself. I was gonna say, look, man, she has great taste except for picking me because I am just a loser. an idiot and a buffoon who has a microphone and thinks that he's cool and he's on YouTube and all that stuff. So there you go. But I appreciate it, Ryoko. Everyone says, I like bacon pepperoni pizza. You know what I like? I tell you what right now. Do yourself a favor. If you guys have Pizza Hut, do this. Do this. Nothing is wrong with pineapple pizza. You're player 2. You're wrong. It's awful. It doesn't belong. But do this for me. Think highly of yourself, but stay humbled, son. I'm trying. So do this, because if you have Pizza Hut, do this. Go to Pizza Hut, open the app, do whatever you gotta do. Order a pizza, right? You're gonna order yourself pizza, sauce, Alfredo. Your toppings are gonna be chicken, bacon, tomato, right? Don't worry about the extra cheese. Make sure it's Alfredo though, or Parmesan, or whatever their stuff is. Parmesan sauce, Alfredo sauce, whatever it is. Okay. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your crust, right? You're gonna get it the garlicky stuff. Look, Pizza Hut may be garbage and Domino's is just whatever, but try this. Domino's or Pizza Hut. Get the garlicky crust, Alfredo Parmesan sauce, chicken, bacon, tomatoes. Thank me later. You gotta try it. But either way, regardless, there you go. There's your advice for the day. Nicktendo Direct advice. Go to Pizza Hut, get that pizza. Garlic crust, Alfredo or Parmesan sauce, chicken, bacon, tomatoes, and make sure the tomatoes are diced. We out this thing. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the best. Let's get out of here. Peace.